these are times where governments start to say, well, how do we solve this problem? And actually, as much as they talk about not liking inflation, because it does irk the general public, it's the only
viable way to go, right?
Right.
Politically.
Right. So you're going to hear a little bit of, we're doing everything we can to shut it off. Meanwhile, it's like, I've seen the Financial Times. There's been a couple of academics who've published papers starting back 10 years ago, and they're like, hey, we told you we should be running a higher inflation rate. Our inflation target should not be 2. It should be 4, but maybe we can only get away with 3. And actually, this Financial Times article about 3 weeks ago, what made it really fascinating is they were talking about the subliminal level, the level under which the public will not perceive the threat of inflation. And they're asking the question, well, why not run at 3? Nobody's going to notice 3.
Yeah.
Right? But you do your time value of money calculations on the impact of 2 or 3 or 4% inflation on your returns, or what that means to the value of the dollar. And I was curious. I was at the Bureau of Labor Statistics website, and they actually have an inflation calculator. If you go to their tools section, I plugged in my oldest son's birth date, and he's 16 now, driving for the first time. In his short tenure on Earth, 2006 to the present, $1 then now takes $1.50 to buy the same stuff. And this is not. We could talk about creation of the Federal Reserve from 1913 till now, and we've lost 98% of the value of the dollar. We're talking about 16 years, and we're talking about an inflation target of 2%.
Right.
So there is a sense in which you want to maintain liquidity. If deal flow is kind of slowing or whatever, you want to maintain liquidity, but you have to be smart about how you do it, given the fact that government has a target on you. You are the means by which their problems get solved. Right. So I think liquidity management is some combination of short-term treasury bills or cash equivalents and ounces, where you're kind of balancing off and saying, we're covering the inflation threat,